As the comedian Bassem Youssef once said, you don't debate with pathological liars, you diagnose them. So in this video, that's exactly what we're going to do. Diagnose why Indian media, especially the right-wing machinery, is constantly lying about Bangladesh and how they've created a completely fake genocide narrative. After the fall of the Indian-backed Hasina regime, which ruled Bangladesh for 16 long years, India completely lost it. That regime, no matter how brutal it was to its own people, was a strategic investment for India. And when it collapsed, all that effort went down the drain. Now in retaliation, the Indian media is on overdrive. They're pushing a propaganda narrative claiming Hindus are not safe in Bangladesh anymore. But this claim doesn't hold up to scrutiny. Take the recent documentary by Bangladeshi actor and director Deepak Kumar Goswami. It's called Deepak Kumar Goswami Speaking. Being Hindu in Bangladesh is not a black and white story. It offers a grounded and realistic picture of what life is actually like for Hindus in Bangladesh. Spoiler, it doesn't look anything like the horror show Indian media wants you to believe. Indian media often throws around the stat that the Hindu population in Bangladesh dropped from 13% in 1971 to 7.96% now. What they never mention is the actual numbers. In 1971, the population of Bangladesh was 70 million. 13% of that is around 9.1 million Hindus. Today, the population is around 165 million, and 7.96% of that is roughly 13.1 million Hindus. That means the Hindu population increased by about 4 to 5 million, not decreased. But of course, facts like these are inconvenient for their narrative. While Indian media screams about minority oppression abroad, it ignores what's happening inside India. BJP leaders have openly called for revenge killings.
Muslims become more than 30%, that country is in danger.
That sounds like hatred. That sounds like language of hatred.
It's easy to say hatred. I'm being kind to them by not letting them come to India.
Article 14 of the Indian Constitution guarantees the right to equality, as you know, for all persons living in India.
I can tell you that's a misinterpretation of Article 14. Article 14 guarantees equality of equals. I'll give you an example.
Are all people not equal?
All people are not equal.
Muslims do not deserve equal rights to apply for citizenship.
There's no such thing as equal rights. They're not in an equal category.
Saying things like 260 Muslim bodies for 26 Hindus. They've talked about turning Bangladesh into Gaza, publicly stated that Muslims don't deserve equal treatment. There are videos of people openly calling for Muslim genocide on live TV, and journalists just laugh it off like it's a joke.
मेरे को तो आश्चर्य होता है कि पूरा विश्व मिलके इनको साला को रौंद क्यों नहीं देता? कैसी बात कर रहे हैं आप? आतंकवादी जो है अब्दुल आतंकवादी साला जिहादी कटवा साला अच्छा जो अच्छा रौंद दो.
Compare that to Bangladesh. When a Muslim lawyer was beheaded by ISKCON extremists in Chittagong, political leaders and religious figures alike called for calm. They urged Muslims not to retaliate, and no Hindu families were harmed. But after the Pahalgam incident in India, there were widespread attacks on Muslims. Students were barred from campuses, shops were looted, people were beaten and even killed, just for being Muslim. Indian media has repeatedly twisted ordinary events into communal incidents. Take the case of Bhavesh Chandra Roy. Indian channels said he was abducted and murdered for being Hindu, but his own family confirmed he wasn't abducted. He died suddenly while drinking tea in a public market. Another example, in Jashore, a local political conflict was spun as a Hindu persecution case, or the Rabindranath Tagore ancestral home incident, which was about a fee dispute. Indian media turned it into a communal attack narrative. Again, zero honesty. If you want to talk about communal violence, let's look at India. Aurangzeb's grave was vandalized. Mosques are attacked almost weekly. During Holi and Ram Navami, there were cases of Hindu mobs trying to storm mosques, shouting threats to kill Muslims in front of police. In 2025 alone, 3 Muslims were killed just for not participating in Holi. Multiple women were harassed. 5 more were lynched on suspicion of eating beef. And in those cases, it was the Muslim families who were jailed, not the killers. There are entire towns and villages in India where authorities openly say Muslims are not welcome. During Ramadan this year, several iftar events were shut down by RSS groups who called them terrorist activity. The aim is simple: make life unbearable for Indian Muslims, so they either flee or live in constant fear. Now compare that to Bangladesh. We don't force our culture onto minorities. We don't pressure Hindus to participate in Eid or Qurbani. In fact, this year at Dhaka University, goat meat was slaughtered specifically for Hindu students because they don't eat beef. Hindus celebrate puja freely, using roads, public spaces, and no one harasses them. Can India say the same about Muslim prayers in public? So the next time you hear Indian media screaming about a genocide in Bangladesh, ask them one simple question: where are the names of the victims?